and welcome back even to the channel. I am Adrena Monet, and I just want to start by thanking you for spending some moments with me for the conversation that we're going to have. I hope that your week, your weekend, your day, any of the above, I hope that everything is going well, in spite of, especially. And I just do hope I just hope that. Um, all is well. And so I wanted to have this conversation about PTSD because I've learned quite a bit about what it is in the past few months, given my narc abuse experience with the female sociopath I had the counterfeit friendship with. And so this conversation is actually inspired by the fact that I had a phone appointment that I've had to reschedule, but I was scheduled to have a phone doctor's appointment earlier this week. And one of the questions the doctor's nurse asked me is, what did she ask me? I think she basically asked me if I've had like any like PTSD type conditions or symptoms. And I was like, no. And so uh, in my head, I made a note to talk about PTSD on my channel. In that moment, I made a note to discuss PTSD on the channel or begin discussing it and continue the conversation as needed. Um, because I was like, wow, the fact that PTSD is a thing outside of the typical sort of conversations we have it with or have it around, I was just like, how many people, how many patients of any given hospital system deal with PTSD from relationship trauma, whether it's relationship trauma from a family dynamic, so-called friendship or friendships, dating partners or whatever. I was like, wow. I said, yeah, I need to discuss this because it's needed. And so for me, I also since thinking to discuss PTSD as of like Wednesday when it came to mind, I had to come to grips when I was doing my just doing some deeper research for my own sake, and then to just have the conversation with you guys that I had with myself. I was like, I really did deal with some PTSD, and I never thought I would deal with PTSD because, in case you don't know, I am a military veteran. I was in the Navy and all of that, and so, but everyone's military experience, whatever branch they serve in or have served in. Um, Everyone is not going to deal with any PTSD conditions. And so I was just kind of like, I just never thought I would have PTSD. So let's go ahead and get deeper into it. When I was doing my research, we know that PTSD, of course, stands for post traumatic stress disorder. Now, typically you hear it discussed, regarding, military service members' experiences. And again, like I just told you all, I had no idea that it can be discussed in the context of relational trauma. And so um, there is actually an exact, more precise term for PTSD when it comes to narc abuse survivors. And what is the word? That term is PNSD, and it stands for post narc stress disorder. And I was like, wow, there's an actual term, post narc stress disorder. And so I also ended up kind of having some like memories of discussions that I've had with various ones of you all um, in chat threads and things about um, difficulty sleeping and nightmares, unfortunately. And of course, hoovering, demonic hoovering from the narc or from the narcs if you've dealt with multiple ones, and then just other effects of having dealt with a male and or female narc. And I said, wow. And so for me, um, I've discussed in different pockets of conversation with different ones of you that I was, depressed for at least several weeks. And thankfully, I mean, it was every bit of just a miracle and all of that, that the heaviness of depression, especially gradually lifted off of me because it was tough. I mean, I had days where it was just I was so heavy because of the aftermath of it all. Um, I was so heavy laden that it was difficult to get out of bed physically. I had difficulty sleeping because of, I guess, ruminating over just different dynamics of my experience. Um, What else? And then just the depression. I mean, just so depressed, it was hard to sleep. It was hard to sleep and also hard to just go about my days, work, errands, whatever. And so, some other dynamics of PTSD or PNSD include, I already said sleep deprivation, or just difficulty sleeping altogether, and ruminating as well. As you kind of just replay, unfortunately, as your mind, for a time, anyways, may replay memories, the horrific ones, especially of the Narc connection that you had. And then, some other dynamics of PTSD post Narc connection include, again, like some nightmares and flashbacks, conflicting feelings about yourself and others, trust issues, of course, with others for sure. It doesn't matter if people are trying to make friendship with you and all of that. You have difficulty trusting people. Like, this whole nightmare changes you for sure. It definitely changes you. Um, you may be and feel socially isolated, of course. Um, you avoid maybe certain activities that give you flashbacks to whatever sorts of things you would do with a narc, good or bad, or both. Fear or panic for no apparent reason. Self-esteem issues, self-confidence issues. What else did I write down? Hypervigilance, anger for sure. The anger you feel, I'm telling you, it's rightful anger. It's rightful and righteous anger. And so it's like, I was like, wow. And so this whole conversation I'm having with you guys on this video is simply just me, another facet of me processing, what's happened to me in the past 9 months and all of that. Because whoop, whoop, on March 4th made 9 months since I rid her out of my life. And so that's cause for celebration, of course. And I'll be doing that in about a week and a half, which I'm looking forward to. But, yeah, so I just figured I'd come on here, kind of just talk a little bit. I read off my notes just now as I shared some dynamics of the post traumatic stress that we deal with after having dealt with a narc on any level. Again, because narc abuse spans every relational dynamic possible, working quote unquote relationships, marriages. Of course, we know that they're counterfeit marriages, counterfeit friendships, counterfeit family dynamics, and so on and so forth. So I'm telling you. And so that's pretty much it. Of course, I have provided, I think I'll go ahead and link above, which many of you all have probably already seen the video, but I'll go ahead and post it above right now. I'll post one of my videos about how to heal and recover well, slowly but surely, through consistent intention and all of that. How to heal and recover well post-narc abuse. That video's been posted above. Maybe for anybody, somebody may need a replay. Somebody may need a replay of the conversation at a time like this. And so that's pretty much it, y'all. Just be encouraged. Please be encouraged. I'm laughing as I discuss this, not laughing at any of what I'm talking about. I'm just, yeah, I may share with you all in due time. And so I'm just thankful for those of y'all that have just been here, especially since the beginning or at any given point that I have, met you online, especially. And so I'm just thankful for you all. You guys have been a pivotal means of my healing journey and recovering well and everything. And so I'm just thankful for you all. Please be encouraged. Guard your mind daily from the moment you wake up. Um, yeah, just guard your mind, guard your spirit against anything, narc related or not, that would cease to destroy your peace, take away your joy, break down your self esteem, your self confidence, break down your focus on any goals you have for the day or goals you may have for the month, whatever the case may be. Cast down anything that is just that's not really for you and that is meant to attack you spiritually, especially. And so that's all I've got for now, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy this conversation. We'll be connecting again soon enough. And my name's Rena Monet. Talk to y'all later. Peace, peace.